Thank you for the hydrate, dude. And welcome, everyone. Welcome to a bit of a different stream tonight. We've still got our lo-fi vibes with Spirit City. We've still got hydration reminders from Toot, the hydration goblin. Thank you for that. I'm going to hydrate right now. We've still got Orchid. Hi, Orchid. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Oh, I've always got Orchid. Thank you. Thank you so much. We've also got Pow with us again on the Critter Cam. She's not so happy today. I did her a heck by cleaning up her enclosure. But yes, welcome. Tonight we are going to be doing some cross-stitch designing. So I hope you guys will find that entertaining, find that interesting. Yeah, Pow is just showing off for the camera at this point. Toot says they're currently eating watermelon and Orchid is jealous. Hey, Sammy J. Stitches, welcome in. We're going to be doing some cross-stitch designing in a minute, just hanging out with Pow for a second. All right, Orchid, have a good dinner. And of course, everyone is welcome to lurk. Absolutely no pressure to chat. If you are finding me good company, keep on in the background, then I am 100% on vibe. So last stream, we were talking about, I was asking if people would be interested in hanging out with me while I did some cross-stitch design. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do tonight. I'll show you kind of how I keep myself organized with my references and things like that. And then just we're going to work on some stuff. Hi, Soul. Welcome. You're at work lurky style, but wanted to say hi. Perfect. Perfect. Enjoy the vibes. So if you are watching on Twitch, you can change up the Spirit City vibes. You can redeem to change the background music, the soundscape, the friend that we're sitting with, anything you want. All right. So Pow has vacated the premises. So let's hop over. So this is the program that I use. It's called WinStitch. There is a free demo version of WinStitch if you are interested in it. The only thing is you can create patterns and things like that, but you can't export them to PDF. So if you wanted to make a pattern to actually work from, it's pretty difficult to work from the design program. So that's kind of the limitation of the demo program, but otherwise you can check out all of the different features. It is a bit on the pricier side for a program, at least for me anyways, but I was very lucky and I received a copy for my birthday. So first, I'm actually going to show you guys. Let's see if I remember how to do this. We're going to hop over to my Notion. If you guys aren't familiar with Notion, it is a note-keeping, note-taking, keep yourself crazy organized software that I use. And I use it for keeping track of my cross-stitch stuff, including my design ideas. So this is my little design ideas table, including who suggested it and kind of what general category it falls into. So I know if I'm feeling like working on something specific, if I have any design notes, and then if I have any reference photos for the thing that I'm working on, because I do a lot of pop culture stuff, I can actually, so this, I want to do a Pokemon Pokedex Needlebook. So if I open this up here, I actually have images of the original Pokedex so that I can just work from these reference images when I'm ready to work on that. So this is just a pretty simple table, but I like using, as you can see, I have a lot of ideas. But yeah, it just kind of keeps me a bit more organized than than just like a straight up list, because I can keep all of my references in the same spot. So the one we are going to be working on today, at least at the beginning, is a Fraggle Rock one that Toot suggested. So this is Moki, who is a Fraggle, and we're going to be doing a little piece based on her. So that's going to be our kind of inspiration for today. Hi, my quarter stitch crisis. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I was just showing off some Notion here. We are going to be designing a little Moki cross stitch. So the saying that Toot suggested was, in a sea of doozers, be a Moki. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome in. Welcome in. So I'm just going to pull up WinStitch. I should still be able to see all of your conversations and everything. So hopefully I'll be able to keep up with that. If there are any issues with the captions or the music or the sound or anything, just please let me know in chat. It's a little bit more difficult for me to keep an eye on that while I've got the WinStitch up. Next time I build a computer, I'm definitely going to build one that has the capacity for dual monitors. Right. So this is WinStitch. One thing that I really like, so I decided I like smaller pieces in general. I just find that they're, for me, I like quick wins. So I decided for this one, I'm going for about a 6x6, and I wanted to do it so it would fit in a 6x6 hoop. So what I really like about WinStitch is this ability to have what they call an onion skin over top. So the grid is 6 inches by 6 inches on 14 count Ada. But then what I can do is, here's onion skin. So if it's not visible, this is just what I would have had. But then I can tick this and it'll show me where a circle would be. So I make sure I stay within the confines of that hoop. I'm talking with my hands like you can see me. But yeah. So my general vision for this is to have the to have it kind of follow the lines of the circle, the lettering. I want to do in a sea of up here at the top, doozers across here, via, and then the word Moki taking up most of the space in kind of a funky font. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this palette. How do I wipe? I'm still learning how to use this. There is a clear current palette. We'll just use this. Okay. So, what? So we're doing color choices now. Hi, Moon. Welcome in. Welcome in. So let's add some stuff to our palette. I want to kind of keep the general vibe of Moki. And if you remember from that picture, she's got kind of like pinks and pale blues and that like nice mossy green. And yes, definitely go follow Moon. Our friend Moonphased is another streamer here on Twitch. She is starting to do cross-stitch streams of herself, which is awesome. But she also streams FPS games and fun co-op games like Lethal Company. So much fun. So much fun. So definitely go check out Moon. Her community is great, and it's always a good time. I think the next time she's live is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. But yeah, so we're looking for like a light pink, and maybe a light blue, and then like a mossy green. I think those are going to be our Moki colors. And then doozers are very, like I know that they're actually green. They're like a light green themselves, but I always associate them with their like construction stuff, so very like orange and red. So 166 is one of my favorite colors for moss greens. Ooh, but 320 is also nice. I'm just gonna throw some different colors on here. So it's never a good idea to completely 100% trust any computer representation of thread. They can only get so close, you know? So some of this is based on what I know these colors to look like, having worked with them, and also a combination of what they look like on different sites, if that makes sense. So I know that Wind Stitch, the colors tend to be darker. So I had a few little jump scares when I was transferring patterns over to Wind Stitch, and they were showing up a lot darker. And I'm like, okay, I know I've actually stitched these. I know these colors are not this dark. And of course, the best way to make sure you have the right colors that you like is to actually go and pull out your floss and see if you like those colors. Like I know I love 918 to 922 are some of my favorite like good rusty oranges, so I end up using those a lot. Misha, you made it to a live, yay! I know it's pretty late for you, so I totally understand. We are just doing a little bit of color selection for our Fraggle piece here. You can see I'm pulling this. So this is my palette up here in the corner. So you can see the kind of colors that I'm pulling out right now. I do need... Welcome, Sai. Welcome. I'm so glad you could join us. So what was I saying? I'm getting so distracted. I'm very like nervous that you guys aren't going to enjoy this, but I just need to relax and chill, I think. So I also want to put some radishes in this design because that's Moki's main job is radish farming, radish gathering. So I need like a good leafy green, a nice like kind of deep red, and then a beige to go with it. So I like 817 for the radish body. I just need a good beige. Beige. With this program, I can actually search. If I know what color I'm looking for, I can search and just find it by number. Or I can even type like beige or blue and it'll pop up. All right, we'll do Mocha Brown very light because I know this is another color that I know I've worked with before and I really like. And then let's get a bright red and a bright orange for the doozers. So 741 is going to be bright orange. And then the best bright red is 666. Okay. All right, so that's going to be our starting palette, I think. So let's, I'm just going to start with this bright red. So if I can zoom in a little bit, because I want to start up here with the In a Sea of Doozers. So this line here is my center line. So I can center that. So in is 2 space A, C is 3 space of. So I think the S is the center there. Also, I don't have a camera on me today, so you guys can't see, but Early is very assiduously loving on my hand, which is making it very difficult to use my mouse because she's just pushing it all kinds out of the way. All right, so let's try putting an S here in the middle. I'm just going to do a really simple font for this one at first, and then I'll see if I want it bigger, smaller, anything like that. So I don't want to go like super right up to the edge. So I might even make that S smaller. Just to leave like a little bit of space for if someone's framing it in a hoop. Okay, so I think I definitely need to go taller. Yeah. Early, you can't sit on the keyboard, baby. That makes the program not work. I know, you want to help so badly, but Daddy doesn't need help right now. Thank you, Bubby. All right, so we've got this A kind of slanting this way. So let's do the other A slanting the other way. I think that would be a good kind of mirror there. And then... oh. Ends are my least favorite letter to do in cross stitch because there's not really a good way to do them neatly, if that makes sense. So something like that. I'm gonna neaten it up and make it look better. One thing that I love about WinStitch, I love this about WinStitch. Let me show you guys. It has preloaded alphabets. So if I wanted, I could just use one of these alphabets here, like for example, Chancery. I could just take this and stamp this letter here and be done with it. I like making my own alphabets. Even if they're really basic alphabets, I like making my own alphabets. So you can make your own alphabets. I have made 2. So this one called Fraggle I made, and then this one called Stardew I made. So let's open up Fraggle. And then it literally just stamps the letters. So you only have to design them once, and then you don't have to like rewrite every single letter. It's the greatest thing. Because before, I was doing each letter pixel by pixel every single time. And I wanted to use this font because I've got another piece about doozers that I use this font in. So I want to keep it consistent. But I think I'm going to stretch this out and just like make it fill. Although it doesn't have to fill as much space as I thought it did. So we'll do that. And then under here, and I'll change the colors around a little bit. So let's go. And if you guys have questions about what I'm doing or why I've chosen to do something, let me know. I want to chat to you guys about this as I'm working on it. Like I said, I was a little bit nervous about this stream because I wasn't sure like how interesting you'd find it, but I really like doing this. Like I can get lost doing cross stitch design for hours. It might be a problem. And then what I wanted to do was do like a line, but I think I did myself a heck because I made these 6 tall and I needed them to be an odd number. So let's just, whoop. Oh, Sai, you're so sweet. Sai says, I'm sick in bed with little awareness of my surroundings, and I made sure to be here because I was so excited for this. Thank you so much. That means so much. Thank you. And I do hope you and Mr. Sai are feeling better and that the pho helped. I know Toot was very jealous of your delicious 6 supplies. Okay, so these are supposed to be radishes, but it's like a line. And then the rest of the space is going to be taken up with the word Moki. My quarter stitch crisis says, I'm just getting into making my own designs. I'm excited to hear your process. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I'm not a great artist. I will say that. Like, we do have some really amazing artists in the community, Orchid especially, and Mickey, who have done a lot of our emotes and our graphics. I'm not really a great. I don't have a natural talent for art, and drawing, but I have the willingness to work at the skill of creating things that look like other things. So I don't do a lot of sketching. Like, I know a lot of people, especially with Wind Stitch. So what I could do actually in Wind Stitch is like I have this circle kind of template. I could even upload my own picture. So say I did a sketch, or I did a digital sketch. I could upload that as the onion skin over the grid and then kind of build the pixel art around that sketch. But I'm not a great sketcher, so I kind of do very basic quick sketches and then work from the pixels up. But I know a lot of people do kind of make a finished piece of artwork, so a painting, watercolor, something like that, and then create the the cross stitch based on their piece of art. Sorry, let me just catch up on chat. Mr. Sai is feeling a bit better, but Sai seems to be crashing, so you'll be out for a few days. Yes, Toot knows that feel far too well, and hopefully we are going to... Hopefully we'll see you both get better, but if not, we are here to keep you company. And Orchid's dinner is ready. Fish, rice, and corn. Nom, 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 nom. And Orchid says, I think it's extremely interesting to see you creating this pattern. Gives good insight and teaches me. Aw, thank you so much. All right, so my vision. So I actually did do a little tiny sketch for this because my vision is to do kind of like some really like funky, cool lettering that blends around itself and is a very visual element. Because that's very Moki. If you guys don't watch Fraggle Rock, you should. I didn't watch it growing up. And I have a regret that I didn't watch it growing up. So Moki is spelled M-O-K-E-Y. So the K is in the middle. So we're going to start in the middle here. And I'm going to draw some really bad lines and then we're going to fix them later. So I was kind of thinking like doing a big K like this. And then an E like this. And then we do the Y coming around here. So I'm sketching in pixels right now. And then a little tiny O. I might even make the O a radish. I'm thinking maybe that might be cute. And then for the M, we could do like this. Maybe move the K over a little bit and do the O more like here. And then the Moki could be a little bit bigger. This looks a total mess, but we're gonna clean it up. So that's kind of this is my idea. And I want to use the these top colors for, you see the vision, Orchid? Okay, good. And Margaret Grace says, I'm not much of an artist either, but thought it might be fun to try. Yeah, like I don't think of myself as an artist because I've never had like a natural talent for it, but I really enjoy doing it. And I think art is part talent and part skill. And any skill can be worked on and developed. So if you're willing to put in the time and put in the effort and, there's so many courses you can take and videos to watch and stuff like that. All right. So Toot has just put up the prediction. I'm running behind on all of my chats. That's fine. If you guys are over on Twitch, we have a prediction up in the channel. We are going to do a treat eat. We are going to feed Pow a snack. You can vote if she is going to have cantaloupe or watermelon first. Cantaloupe or watermelon. And if you're on Twitch, you can bet your channel points. If you're on YouTube, you can still guess. You can still put in your vote. I just don't have any channel points to give you, unfortunately. You just get points in my heart. So tonight's contenders are watermelon or cantaloupe. And we're going to do that in about half an hour. Okay, so I've got my kind of general sketch in. Portishe's Crisis goes for watermelon. All right. I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, sorry. Which one she'll go for first, not which one she gets first. I think I said that wrong. But we put down both in front of her and let her choose which one she wants to go for. I don't think we've ever given her both of these at the same time. I know that she likes both of them, but I'm really not sure how this is going to go. Okay, so this is the part where I stare at the design for a few minutes, feeling completely overwhelmed with no idea where to go next. So everybody, let's stare at the design for a few minutes while we try and figure out where to go next. I'm going to delete these pixels. There we go. Cleaned it up a little bit. Okay, so I definitely think I'm going to make the O into a cute little radish. So let's do that first because I know how to make a radish. And I haven't watched a ton of Fraggle Rock. 'Cause like I said, I didn't watch it as a kid. But I watched it... Toot and I watched it quite a bit. And I want my radish to be an odd number of squares so that I can do like a little point. Oop. I think that needs to be taller radish though. Misha asks, how are tortoise senses? Do they have good vision or are they going more by smell? Honestly, sight and vision are about the same as humans. They're not particularly gifted in either. All right. It's looking radishy, I think. And we got to get some leaves going on here. Pow's only gifted in chaos and destruction. Absolutely. All right. Okay, I'm liking that. That's looking cute. Asai asks, is there a mirror option in this program? There is. You can select any part, copy, mirror it, move it around, that kind of thing. All right, so I'm gonna. I like that. I want to get the K a little bit tighter. Misha says, okay, then in that case, you're betting on the cantaloupe. All right. So I know this line looks very straight for how free-spirited Moki is, but I'm going to be doing like bits on either side of it, so it's just the middle that's straight. That's going to be like our waypoint. Oops. The only thing I've noticed is when I'm not using... So this program, I don't have it maximized, the window, because I need to be able to see chat. And when I do that, sometimes it'll like zoom up or down with as I'm even without touching the scroll bar. So I might misclick, but it's really easy to fix a misclick. I like you just right click to delete stitches, which is very easy, and I'm so glad I figured that out because I was like going over here because there's an erase function, so I was hitting erase and then going fixing and then picking my color. I don't need to do that. All right, let's kick this leg out here, I think. Soul asks, am I using my mouse or a tablet pen? I'm using my mouse. I don't have a tablet pen. Or a tablet. Although, actually, my laptop does have a touch screen. That might be something to look into. Is if I can use this program with the tablet pen. I do have an ergonomic mouse. It's the kind you kind of hold your hand sideways. So it's easier on my wrist, but I still usually only can get about an hour or two of designing in at a time before I need a bit of a wrist break. Don't like that. Okay. So I'm kind of liking that for the K. K looks great. Thanks, Orchid. And I debated doing it all in caps, but I think I'm going to do this mixed case thing just because I think it's cute. I think it matches the character really well. So having like uppercase, both, uppercase, lowercase, both. So let's just thicken up this E a little bit. And I'm gonna be doing more with the colors. I think I might do like an ombre effect in the letters. I just want to... I was working on another design, which I might show you guys later, of like a skeleton in a sweater. And I was showing Toot and Moon as I was working on it. And it was like, I'd add 5 pixels and then remove 4 and then add a pixel. And it somehow, those little pixel changes just completely changed the vibe of the whole piece. The other thing I like about this, so WinStitch has a ton of features. So right now, the way that I'm using it is more as a pixel art. If I wanted to, I could, so this is just the blocks. I could just do it with the symbols as a cross stitch pattern. That's the symbols in different colors. Sometimes I do this if I'm using shades of a color. If I'm using shades of a color, I like to do the symbols as well, in case I can't quite tell the difference. Misha asked, do you design based purely on the motif, or do you also consider stitching comfort, like avoiding having lots of single pixels? I definitely consider stitching comfort. The size of the piece, the number of colors in it. I try to avoid having just 1 or 2 stitches of a color in an entire thing. And also, like you said, having like a single stitch over here and a single stitch over here, unless it's super, super necessary. Like sometimes it is kind of necessary, especially I'm thinking of my Valorant Agent pixels, pixel sprites, because they're so small that sometimes the detail is based entirely on a single pixel of a different color in a strategic location. But I am always considering the comfort of the stitcher, and making what I would like to see in a pattern and how I would like to stitch it is what I'm going for in my designs. And then the other way that I like, you can actually kind of see what it'll look like stitched up, like as a mock-up. And you can even, so if I went framed view, I don't know if you're going to see this because it popped up in a different window. Yeah, okay. Hang on one second. Let me just... The framing of this might be a little bit odd, but there we go. So it pops up with this other window that you can kind of see, like it's not obviously exactly what it's going to look like when it's stitched up, but it gives you an idea. So if I wanted to see what it's going to look like in a hoop, this is a pretty good idea of that. And I could change the cloth color. So if I was like, oh, I don't really know about that. Like maybe if they want to do it on an ivory, what would that look like? That kind of thing. So that's just a really cool feature that I like. Let me just... Okay, good. Switch this back. Good, good, good. But I'm going to go back to blocks. All right. So we're going to continue this kind of serif thing we've got going on. Thicken that up. Bring it a little bit further away from the edge, because like I said, I don't want it to be right up on the edge of the circle. Because if you've ever tried to frame something in an embroidery hoop and it's like super close to the edge, it's a pain. So maybe let's bring the loop of the Y down a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Like the more I play with wind stitch, the more I realize that the price tag is completely justified. If you're just designing for yourself, you can get away with using a free service like Stitch Fiddle. If you want to share your designs, and if you're doing a lot of designing, I think I'm like in the recommending wind stitch camp already. There's something about this section I don't like. See what I mean? It's not the even curve that I really wanted. So, this looks like this. So, do I need to hook even more? Yeah, it's this bit that's messed up. And this needs to move over. And this. It's all of it, really. Toot says I'm one step closer to the edge and I'm about to dance my cares away. Yeah, that would be another good one. The imperfection does make it very mokey. That's true. I should try and embrace my inner mokey for this. Hey, Morgan. What if you did a pointy Y and not rounded? No, I like so it matches the K angle. No, I like the Y for it, because you can see that this gray outline, I want it to be the whole design to be round, so it'll be framed in a hoop. And then we're gonna do the M curved as well. Okay, I think I like that better. I say as I continue to pick at it. Yeah, okay, I like that better. The other one that I'm going to do is, that Toot suggested, is Stitch Your Cares Away, Worries for Another Day. I think that'll be really cute. All right, so let's work on the M. And then once we get the M kind of where we like it, I'll start really dialing it in with the colors and the exact stitch placements and that kind of thing. Yeah, I agree with that part. I mean, the top part, okay, but as you're typing, the Y looks really good now. So keep going with this. Okay, thank you. I do appreciate the suggestions. Oh, I see, like doing more like a V shape, like mirroring this over here. Okay, yeah, that would have been good too. But I like the loopy Y. So first, I'm just gonna thicken this up. And sometimes, so for example, up here with these letters, I'm very precise in where I put the pixels because it's a much smaller letter. So each pixel has more of an emphasis. Down here, because it is more of an artistic interpretation of a letter, that's why I'm doing kind of more of these broad sweeping lines and things like that, like thicker lines, uneven lines. Yeah, I like that. This radish needs to move over like a pixel. This is also why I like doing smaller pieces, because each little move has more emphasis. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oops. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? I'm just going to take a little drink and stretch my hands. One pixel does hold a lot of power, Orchid. You're completely right. Toot says, I love. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Thank you for the hydrate, Toot. Oh, I hope everyone's hydrating with me. Soul says the B looks like it's missing a pixel on the bottom. It is missing a pixel on the bottom. So, yeah. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Quarter Stitch. All right, I'm going to hydrate. Okay, so I'm going to leave the Moki letters for the moment and move back up here. So one thing, I want to make sure this B is completely centered. So let's see. Oops, that's not what I meant to do at all. Which means figuring out how many pixels, because I think this side is longer than this side. Okay, so that's 25. This is 28. I was correct. Okay, so it was originally here, so I want to go 1, 2, 3, up. Oh, Sai, thank you so much. Sai says you made that look so easy. I appreciate that. All right. So if I... Oh, nope. Add a pixel there, add a pixel there, add a pixel here, add a pixel here. And then shift this over. I think we'll be good. Okay, so I need to move the A individually. Move. So you can, I don't know if you guys can quite see it, but there's a green crosshair that comes up on the screen. That is the center of whatever block I've picked up to move. So it can really help you align stuff. And then I'm actually going to take away these 2 pixels and add a couple more. Okay. So let's focus on, let's do the doozers first, because that's going to be easy. That's more just moving. So I think I'm going to have it there. And then we're going to just move the letters outwards and kind of make them all nicely aligned. Maybe make the word doozers be doozer green. Yeah, that sounds good. Would doozer green be kind of this pistachio color or more of the moss green? I can't quite remember. They're kind of like a minty color, right? So there's 4 pixels there, 4 pixels there. Yeah, like a muddy mint. Okay, I'll try and match that. So what I'm looking at is, okay, so this D is 2 pixels away from the top here, 4 pixels from here, 4 pixels from here. So I'm going to move the Z so it's 4 pixels from the O. And then hopefully the rest of these letters will shake out. If not, we'll do a little bit of shuffling. Moment of truth with this E. So if I move the E like that, and if I move these 2, Murph over 1, and then I move the whole thing over 1. Ta-da! All right, so let's take a look at my palette here. Sorry, I was just checking the prediction to see how much time you guys have left. I think it looks like just under a minute. And Toot very helpfully sent me a reference picture of a doozer. So let's see if we can find a good doozer mint. So one thing that I will do sometimes is if I'm doing a piece that is, I'm not going to do it at the moment because I can always change it later. And it requires me opening like 3 other programs. But there's a tool that will select DMC colors based on a hex code. So I use GIMP to pull the hex code from an image, and then I put that into the cross stitch tool. And then from there, I get the kind of the closest approximation of the color. All right, 703 chartreuse. All right, let's do that for the doozer for the moment. And then I will I'll maybe fiddle with the tool later. But a lot of the time, like Toot just said in chat, the 703 that they're working with looks similar. Sometimes you just have to get to know your floss. And I know some people have, if you can afford it, having an entire set of floss is very, very nice. But the other thing is you can get a color card from DMC, and they have one that's just a printed color card, but they have one that's actually samples of each of the threads. I would love to have one of those, but again, money. But yeah, it's just cool that exists. All right, so I'm just going to flood fill these letters. All right, maybe we'll do the In a Sea of Doozers in Doozer Green as well. Or should I just, I don't know. I think I'm going to do it in a similar green. I'm not going to do it in the same green, but maybe in a sea of in construction orange. You like the red? They've also got like construction jackets that are like yellow and let's do a light topaz, because I think orange or bright red would not fit in very well with the rest of it. Like, and I know the point is to have Moki stand out, but I think if it's too, I don't know, if the vibes are too dissimilar, I think that would just be too off-putting. I haven't decided on the final color of the Bia, actually. That was just a stand-in. Okay, so yeah, and I think I'm going to go for this topazy orange. No, I didn't want to do it for now. Topazy yellow, I mean. So it's a little bit more of an earthy yellow than a bright yellow. So we've got 2 spaces here. So I want to make sure I have 2 spaces here. So I'm just... Sorry. Early has settled in front of me, and she's sweeping her tail through where I'm using my mouse. And every time that that her tail hits my mouse, she's getting angrier and angrier. And it's like, ma'am, I was here first. I'm wondering... All right. We're doing a tree eat. Okay, Orchid, you're heading out. All right, I will let you know how the tree eat turns out. So everybody, we're going to take a little bit of a wrist break. We're going to let Early enjoy the extra space. And we're going to do our tree eat. So let me just pull us up over here. All right, so how'd the prediction shake out? So we had 97% of people going for the cantaloupe, 3% for the watermelon. And then I believe over on YouTube, it was pretty evenly split between watermelon and cantaloupe. So everybody take a moment to hydrate, stretch. And there's Miss herself. We're going to hide her away so she can't get a head start on either one of them. Oh, she's ready for treats. Look at that. So we've got some lovely watermelon slices, some lovely cantaloupe. Oh, she's looking pretty determined to not eat either one of them. Oh, that was a clear victor. Okay, she's taking it with her. Clear victor there. She's taken the cantaloupe with her. All right, we have cantaloupe or muskmelon as the winner. Congratulations to everyone who voted on cantaloupe. Orchid says, "Oh, I gotta stay for tree eat." Work can wait. I know, this is much more important. Tree eat with Pow is much more important. Tree eat with Pow reminds you to slow down, enjoy a little snack, take care of yourself, stretch. Because we usually do it after we've been streaming for about an hour. So if you've just been watching the stream, you've been sitting for an hour, it's time to move. Soul says it's the first one I've ever gotten right. Well, congratulations. Pow is on your side today. So I know those look like huge slices of fruit for her. I did that on purpose. The more she has to work at getting her food, the more kind of like enrichment it is for her. So if you've been here before, sometimes we will take one of her toys and stuff her treats inside of it. So she kind of has to like dig around and dig at it and get at it. Misha says, "Well done, Pow. You're casting on you're casting a little kerchief off, and then you're going to bed." Nice. Finish kerchief. Definitely share that in the Discord pictures when you're done. Love to see it. If you guys are working on anything tonight or ever, the Discord is definitely a great place to share those. And if you're ever having a problem with a pattern, you need some advice, also come to the Discord. We have such a great, huge wealth of knowledge and some really awesome people there. If you need help with sewing, I know nothing about sewing, but there are people who can help you. Oh, Pow, you're done? Oh, she's trying to sneak up behind it now. Oh, of course, yeah. You gotta get to bed. I'm sure it's very late for you. And Morgan says, "I love looking at everyone's whips and finish items in the Discord. So fun." It is. Oh, it makes me so happy. Toot says she was next to her hide, not in it. Yeah, she's got a huge rock hide that it goes right in the middle of one of the sides, right? She has shoved it all the way against the door and on top of one of her other decorations, one of her Funko Pop decorations, so that she can sit next to the hide. Not inside of it, next to it. And if you want more Pow pictures and cat pictures and snake pictures, the Discord is also the place to go for that. But yeah, it's a great little community, and I'm so glad that you all have joined me. And it makes my day seeing you all chatting and hanging out together and supporting each other. It's been so nice. Quarter Stitch says, "Typical cat." Oh, wait. Yeah, tortoises are known for being quite destructive. If you keep reptiles, you might know what a bioactive enclosure is. But basically, it's an enclosure where you add plants and invertebrates and other kinds of You basically set up a mini ecosystem that will be more self-sustaining. It does more cleaning of itself and regulates the soil. They're very cool. We were straight up told not to bother setting one up for the tortoise because she will destroy it before it gets even remotely established. And it's so true. Whatever we plant in there, she will destroy. If you guys remember a couple weeks ago, all of this was greenery. She destroyed it all. And Sai asked, did you fix the crack in the glass? I did fix the crack in the glass. I did. You can kind of vaguely see it on camera right next to where she is now, because it dried dark whitish. But sometimes she'll just sit and stare at the crack in the glass like, how dare you fix this? Croc friend is not allowed melon. Pow's going to take the melon away. How dare you eat her melon, crocodile? Taking it right out of his mouth. Or they're Lady and the Tramping It. That could be it too. How do you actually love your croc friend? Now she's just stepping on croc friend. Did I finish talking about what she was doing with the crack, or did I just completely trail off? Yeah, no, she'll sit and she'll stare at the crack and just be like, Father, I was using that. Father, how I'm expected to visit the cats. Father. All right, I'm going to let Pow eat in peace because she's having so much fun spreading melon bits all over her enclosure. She wants a melon garden. She is welcome to a melon garden. If she can grow it, she can have it. Hi, Tori. Welcome in. Absolutely. Lurks are not only accepted, but highly encouraged. If you're working on your own thing, whatever you're doing, on in, hang out. We are here to chill. We're just doing a little bit of cross-stitch designing today. I'm working on this Fraggle Rock inspired piece. Making this S a little bit bigger. If you guys are on YouTube, you can click on TN Tori's name and head over to their channel. Newbie Floss Tuber, established gaming creator. Very fun videos. I'm going to move this of over a little bit. No, I'm going to do the in first and then decide what I'm going to do about that. I might need to move the C over. Yeah, because I like this slope that we've got here. But this one seems a little bit abrupt. So maybe let's just ramp up our N a little bit. Ooh, maybe if I do a serif on the I, would that bring balance to the piece? I think this A needs to be taller. Tori says, ooh, nice. I haven't really done designs yet. Looks good. Working on a project right now, close to 200. Hope everyone is having a good time. Off to get some stitching done. Excellent. Go enjoy your stitching. But yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the I stops here. So the F should also stop here. Morgan says the taller A was the move. Yeah, I think so. And then I think I just need to scoot this of over like one space. I didn't get the entire of. That's okay. How are we feeling about that? The little like downturn on either side. Do we do? Do we do that? Go the full like tilted I? Or does that now look more like a T? Ah. All right. Toot likes it. Let's stare at it for a little bit longer. I am going to move this B into the same yellow because I think I like that. Oh, captions are borked. Hello there, captions. Hello there. Yeah, sometimes the captions get picky as to like what the order of my windows are. Did you just General Kenobi me? It will make a fine addition to my collection. I need help. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm liking that. I'm wondering, do I make these like more arrow-like? Oops. 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 Oh, that's not right. What if they were carrot-shaped radishes? What do you think? What do you guys think of that? Like, obviously, I'd move this Y down a little bit. We are so married. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's, maybe bring this down a little bit more. And then... How's that? Morgan says, love the carrot radishes. And then, okay, so I can just mirror this on the other side. and then do something slightly different with the leaves. And I think having mismatching leaves would be good. Nope, 100% happy with those leaves. Let's I don't know. That really looks like a radish now. Oh, but I kind of like that. It's a little bit more stylized. So I'm going to copy. Oh. Paste. So I do want it here. Usually I'd use my shortcut keys, but Early is currently sleeping in front of my keyboard, so I can't actually use my keyboard. Stormy Girl Stitches, welcome in. And thank you for checking out the Etsy. Thank you so much. So this pattern will be available on the Etsy. Stormy Girl Stitches. I was actually talking about you earlier today because aren't you doing the Stardew map? I could be misremembering. All right, so we are going to rotate. Oop, okay, that gave me a new copy of it. Okay, and then we're gonna clean up. Okay, that did not turn out. Let's just erase this and pretend it didn't happen. Oh, sorry. Shh, never mind. They're doing nothing. Nothing interesting is happening. Oh no, what did I do? I've done something. Something is terribly wrong now. I'm still getting used to some of these controls. Copy. And then we are going to paste. Okay. And then we are going to Why did you create a copy? I don't want a copy. Okay, you're going up here. Yes, to Desire Resident Stardew Addict, Expert, Wikipedia, Walking Wikipedia. Okay, I got it to work somehow. I actually did, I was working on a Stardew piece last night. If I'm able to show you guys, I will. Misha says, I'm off to bed. Have a good evening, everyone. I'll see you in the Discord. I will see you in the Discord, Misha. Have a good night. Sleep well. Stormy Girl says they changed the map. I must stitch all the seasons. I know. They changed the map. What killed me was the winter outfits, personally. Okay, so I'm really happy with how this section looks. So I think I'm done hecking with this. It's time to heck with this. So I want to use the pink, the blue, and the moss green. Let's see, can I rearrange? Stormy Girl stitched the 1.5 map thinking he was going to be the last update. I know. I think a lot of us thought that was going to be the last major update, and then Monkey Man was just like, no. I am going to heck you. I'm going to heck everything you know about Stardew and create my own thing. So my first thought was to do an outline of the letters. But because they get so thin in places, I think that might not be as effective. So what I kind of want to do is like an ombre. So the bottom of the letter would be green. I'm just doing this to show you. And then moving into blue. And then moving into pink. And Toot says he did a beautiful job of adding new content without changing the existing content too much. Yeah, the new update is just so good. Where I could do blue, green, pink. You think Moki is more of a lavendery pink? I think so, yeah. And Sai disagrees and says he needs to stop and make the chocolatier game. All right. So let's go edit current thread. Let's find out. That's not what I want to do. Replace active thread. Stormy Girl says, I can't wait for that, especially because now I know how to get PNG files from game files now. All the stitching. I know, it's so dangerous. Well, Stormy Girl, if you'll join us in the Discord, you could share and how your particular technique works. So we can all do all of the stitching. And Moon, thank you for the hydrate. How do we feel about 778? Morgan says, I got to go too, but it was fun popping in for a bit. Glad you got to see the tortoise. Can't wait to see the finished design. Oh, thank you so much, Morgan. And thank you for the... thanks for coming and hanging out and helping out with the design. Your feedback was great, and everyone's feedback has been really great as I've been working on this. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all. And rest well. Have a good night. All right, how do we feel about that mauve? Maybe a little bit lighter? That looks more hot pink. You can put it in either crafting or gaming. Either one would work. Yeah, that's more hot pink. How about that? Okay, 2 to salmon now. $3727. I feel like we have that one in stock. Please hold. Toot says they like that one a lot. Yeah, it's a nice dusty color. What was 3727? 3746, 3705. No, I don't have that one to hand, but I do like the way it looks. Try 3836. Quarter stitch, we're going for like a lavendery pink, I think. Hot pink or pink. 818. I can't see your other one. It's a nice light pink. All right, I'll check that one out too. Change colors. So there are like 500 colors of DMC, which is why it can be so hard to find the right one. And also why we tend to kind of gravitate towards our favorites, because there's too much. There's too much choice. All right, that one has been found in person. It has been approved. So I'm going to try doing and I think it works really well with these other colors too. So I'm going to try doing an ombre. Let's check out 3326. I think that one's too pink, because it's very close to what we had in before, the 776. Yeah. Oh, Stormy, thank you. Stormy posted the YouTube video for pulling game files, which I am going to use because I have some ideas. I appreciate that. So if you guys want to check out the Discord, that is where we are all finding stuff. 3326, I'm going to keep that in mind, though, because I like that one. I think I actually used that for the Valorants. Anyways, you just cannibalized an entire yard of fabric for this giant project. Oh no. Oh no, too big. 5 maps. Oh, that sounds so much fun. That really does sound like a lot of fun. Is it just me, or does this song kind of sound like Adam's song from Blink-182? Or is it just because I'm a giant emo? Yeah, I'm a giant emo. Okay. You got to do color checks still, but you had a lot of fun with the last map you did. Pixel art maps are so much fun. Okay, so I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I'm liking it. Although it does look kind of like one of her paintings. The other option is doing each letter in a different color. So if I did, for example, this one in this color and the M in the light blue. You'd fill in the bottom of the E with the blue, so like the little tail over here. Toot also likes with the solid better. Yeah, so that means we need one more color. Because we've got the radish for the O. right, let me go back to my reference image. She's got some like light purple. Oh, you mean all the same color? $26, you think? Ooh, that one's pretty. I haven't really played with the new colors much. So that's one way to go about it. But I think what Toot's saying, and I think what Sai is saying, is that doing all of the letters the same color is better. Oh, all right, let's do a little overview right now. Just making sure you guys can see what I can see. Toot says that's my aesthetic, the same color, but I know yours is more colorful. All right, so this is what we have right now. So I'm going to take a drink and I'm going to stare at it for a few minutes. I see what Toot is saying with all the same color, but I think I like all the different colors because I feel like that's very artistic, very moky, and it's got all of the colors in there. I think I am going to swap the green and the lavender because having the two lavenders next to each other. And then when I chart it for Toot to make, I'll just make it all the same color. And like Toot said, I could offer both options in the PDF. Yeah. That's definitely always an option. Yeah. All right. Let's go back here. I just closed it. Okie dokie. There we go. So I do really like that pale lavender. Thank you for that suggestion there. I haven't done much with the new color palette, to be real honest. The 32. Yeah, I like that. I was a little bit worried that the radish wouldn't read as an O, but I think it really does. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole thing. Let's see if I can just change the appearance here. Yeah, okay. I want to do a little bit of tweaking with not with the flood fill. Nope, not flood fill. My precision at this zoomed out perspective isn't great, but I want to be able to see more of it. Let's add a little bit more of the lavender. I really like Moki as a character because, like, she's a caregiver. She's very artistic. I don't know. I vibe with her. She's got a really awesome cardigan. I'm a little bit concerned about this white space right here. Moki does give DH vibes, or DH gives Moki vibes. One of the two. Maybe if I kick this K a little bit over here to fill up some of that space. All right, let's try that. So kind of more of a arcane cross right now, but we're working on it. He looks like a little running dude. I think this needs to be a little bit further over for that bottom leg to make sense. I'm actually just going to move it. Some music notes might work too. Oops. Yeah, because I think I don't like it all the way over here. All right, how do we feel about that? Toot likes. Stop it. I feel like this radish needs to be like a little bit fatter, but now it's all the proportions are off. Heck. 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 Okay. Okay. I like it. I think I need to walk away from it now. Let's take a moment to appreciate it. But I think I think that's really cute. I like it. To realize that they like the solid colors because they're a doozer. There's nothing wrong with being a doozer. Work your cares away. Dancing's for another day. Yeah, I really like this one. right, so let's save that. So first I'm gonna just I'm gonna do a little bit of fiddling with the palette. So we're gonna remove all unused threads. So okay, that's a good, I like that. That's a nice limited palette. I also like to go through and make sure the symbols are not weird. There are so many symbols for DMC, and some of them are a little bit strange and hard to read. So I like making them a little bit simpler on the eyes, but still easy to differentiate. So I'm just going to go through and change some of them. And this is one that I'm planning on stitching like quite soon, actually. So I might pull the thread for it and make some changes to the colors based on how the thread looks in person. But I really like this palette. It is very DH colors. I think that's because I am actually Moki. Low-key Moki. Alright. Just gonna change this one because it's pretty similar to another one. Alright. Very cool. So 6 inches, 9 colors. I'm happy with that. I like that. So yeah. So I'm going to do some test stitching on this. Clean it up a little bit. It will be available in the Etsy store soonish. Rather soonish. Thank you, Toot, for putting up the link to the Etsy. I had kind of like a backup idea for what we could work on if we finish this, but we don't have a ton of time left in the stream. I'm going to wrap up in about 15 minutes. Did you guys, I say as I keep picking at it, did you guys want to get a sneak peek at some of the other stuff that I've been working on in the last few days? Some of the other patterns that are going to be available soon? Let me know while I take a quick break to hydrate. Tortoise said would love to see it. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, and I think I need to stop staring at this. And Toot says yes as well. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna scoot this. Oh no. Oh no. Things are resizing themselves and every which wears. Okay. All right, let's see, because it's gonna open all of these in new windows. So it's gonna be a little bit interesting what actually shows up on stream. Oh, Pow's back. See, look, there goes my captions. Hello, captions, come back, please. The captions are back. Yay. All right. So here is another one that I'm working on. This is like the most scuffed way to show you guys stuff, but that's fine. Here's another one I'm working on. I looked for this on Etsy, like a pattern for this. It's the tooltip, the coffee tooltip from Stardew. And there really wasn't a good version of it, which I was really surprised because coffee, yes, hello, everyone loves it. So I did this. I'm still working on it a little bit. Just I want to clean it up, make it, like we were saying, making it really easy to stitch. So limiting the color palette and making sure everything's nice and clean, that kind of thing. And yes, welcome back, Orchid. I'm so glad you could join us. We finish up the Moki piece, and I'm just showing you guys some of the other stuff that I have going on. So let's see. Quarter stitches, I've seen 1 or 2, but they leave off the +1 speed. And Tori says, ooh, I like that coffee. Yes, I love this tooltip because this is, I have a mug. It's my favorite mug. Toot gave it to me, and it's just, I love it. And it has this on it, this like picture, this tooltip. So I actually took I took a screen grab from the game. I didn't take a piece of art based on the game, just because there are slight differences. Like everyone does their own stylistic differences and that kind of thing. So I based the colors and the text and everything on a screen grab from the game rather than someone else's art based on a screen grab from the game, if that makes sense. So that's one. I'm very pleased with that. In the same kind of coffee theme, let's see. This guy, I'm very pleased with this guy because, like I said, I'm not super artistic, and I did him completely from scratch. There was no reference image for this. I kind of was inspired by another piece, but then just went wildly off book and decided to scrap my original idea and just make it completely from scratch. So I'm really pleased with this guy. This is Cozy Bob. He has a PSL. If I remove his, let's see, onion skin, you can see that his PSL has a message for you. So this is the one I was working on this morning, and I kept like I kept changing little things, like the angle of his shoulder I changed. I just added this hole in his shirt where you can see his ribs. I made this hole in his sleeve bigger. The coffee cup was gigantic, so I made that smaller. Yes, Tori, it's from scratch. I'm very pleased with it. Thank you. You love his ribs? Okay, good. So yeah, and then this is the little smoke from his coffee. It says PSL. So I might do a matching bob for summer. Like maybe one bob per season. That would be cute, I think. Because this is definitely like fall vibes bob. So I'm very pleased with Bob. Bob is going to get some more love, and then he's going to hit the store as well. The holes in the sweater are a nice touch. Thank you. And then the last one I'm going to show you guys. So if you've had a look at the Etsy store, you will see that there is one Valorant pattern up, and it is neon. I am working on making these little pixel sprite versions of every Valorant agent. So every character in Valorant, let's see if I can just, yeah. So every character in Valorant, I am trying to make this little pixel sprite version of them. There are 26 or 27 at this point. I can't remember if Clove is number 26 or number 27. But this is Clove. They are the most recent agent. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm just making these little guys. So I've done 6, 7, 8. I've done 8 of the 26 agents so far. And they're quite difficult. So I have, because the game Valorant, it's an FPS game, and the player models are quite detailed. It's not a pixel game. It's like a life realistic game. So the models are quite detailed, and I'm having to strip all of the detail away to make it something really recognizable. And if you're interested in watching Valorant gameplay, it's a lot of fun to watch. The game's also free if you want to try it. But if you want to watch some gameplay, go check out our good friend Moonphased. They are primarily a Valorant streamer, but now have been tempted into streaming other things. But yeah, I've never played. That's a lie. I've played Valorant. I'm not good at Valorant. It's a mouse and keyboard game, and I'm just not great at them. But because I watch so much of Moon play, Valorant's become one of my special interest favorite games. So I've been having a lot of fun making these little agents. All right, so I think that's it. I don't really want to get into another one because we're gonna wrap up soon. And Early's here. Let's see what destruction Pow has wrought in her enclosure here. So if you guys do have any other questions about designs, about the process of designing, my process, things like that, definitely feel free to ask. You can ask in the Discord, you can ask in the comments on YouTube, you can ask here in the live streams. I'm happy to talk about it. I'm putting together a list of resources and stuff for people who are interested in trying, but really you just kind of got to jump in and try stuff and not be afraid to put a few pixels in and take a few pixels out and put a few pixels in and take a few pixels out and then stare at it for 10 minutes until you think that you're going crazy because you're sure that pixel wasn't there a second ago. Here comes Pow. But it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the design. I like designing, like I said, small stuff, really niche stuff. I'm trying to design more not fandom stuff, not so specific fandom stuff, but it's hard because I have so many good ideas. So Toot is putting up a ton of links right now if you guys want to go check them out. It is where you can find everything. You can find the Discord. You can find, if you're watching this on Twitch, you can head over to YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can head on over to Twitch. You can find my current patterns on Etsy. If you favorite or follow the shop on Etsy, you will get updated when new patterns go live. If you're a member of the Discord, you'll also get updated when there's new pattern drops because I announce all of them in the Discord. The Discord is also where you want to go if you want updates on the stream, what's going on, that kind of thing. Cheryl says, goodbye, everyone. It's been nice to hang out and stitch. Well, good night. I'm so glad you were able to join us and just chill and stitch for a while. I'm really pleased. And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And maybe we'll do some more of these Design With Me streams in the future. I think it was a lot of fun. And you guys asked great questions and you had great feedback. It was great bouncing ideas off of you, and especially the other people who cross-stitch and have knowledge of colors off the top of their head. That was very handy. So yeah. So while Pow moves the camera, I think that means that it is time for us to say goodbye to YouTube. So everyone on Twitch, say goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good rest of your night. Goodbye, goodbye. I will see you in the Discord. I will see you in the live replays. I'll see you in the videos. I'll see you in Twitch. But most importantly, I will see you in my heart. All right. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.